All right. So I know I was talking to y'all about before this. Somebody just sitting there at the fuel aisle, man, for like 20 minutes. I had to ask a beautiful Morena to let me get ahead of her so I could get out. She had like purple braids. She had to be in her 40s, but she was cute. She out here doing her thing. She out here doing her thing, getting that money. Maybe because her man ain't getting no money. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that to be you. So back to what I was talking about, man. Oh, actually, yeah, I think I talked about WFX already, but like I said, the negative on WFX is they just don't have a lot of people to like not driver relations, but really it is driver, because we're out here on the road, dealing with whatever we need to go through, like fixes and scheduling to come by the home terminal to get our routine maintenance and stuff like that. We all have to kind of deal with it, you know what I mean? And so when they don't answer the phone, it can lead to the frustration. One day I don't know who was working in the driver team or driver leader team or whatever it's called, but I ended up cussing at one lady. I was just fed up. But that's where, eventually they're gonna have to deal with whatever you got. Like if it's I forgot what I was even calling about. It had nothing to do with damage or it did have something to do with damage. About 2 months ago, somebody hit my mirror, and I was trying to call in to see why is the deductible, why does it say $2,500 on my check stub when the guy from RTWL said it's gonna cost about $680, which I've already paid off because they just take $100 out a month. I mean, a paycheck, which isn't too bad. So I ended up paying it off. But they don't let you know these things. So when you see $2,500, psychologically you're thinking, you're taking too much damn money. So I'm like, yeah, you taking too much money. And so when I called about it, they called me back the next morning, and the woman from finance told me, it'll adjust. They just didn't know what the price was from RTWL, but once they found out, then my next check said $684 or $94. I'm like, okay, but if they don't explain it to you, you don't know what's happening. So I need to know that information. I have to know that information. Let's see. Alright, so I'm gonna stop in Amarillo, Texas today, because Texas got the best gas prices. So I'm just gonna fill up there, and then hopefully that'll be enough to get me to New Jersey, the Garden State. And so we're gonna go up to 60 and leave it right there. Right there, because that's where we get the most money at. So yeah, man, y'all just if you planning on running your own business, I'm not gonna say, I'm at a consultation, because that's what the Midwest boxing truck. I'm like, but you're not even successful, bro. Be successful first, then you do consultation. You don't do consultation, you don't even own, in transportation, you don't even own an asset. You know what I mean? I'm all, he just got the game, he trying to hustle. But he gonna hustle someone right into failure, right? Because some people just aren't smart enough to catch on. Like, I've been blessed to kind of know business in general. Like your mama do, bargain shopping, finding the best deals. I got that from my mom's, man. You know what I'm saying? I got that from my mama, man. My dad just like to spend money. So I'm a little bit of my mom, because I do like to spend money too, but in this business, you got to be disciplined. You know. Now, one of the brothers that I went to orientation with, he left a comment. Sometimes I don't look at my comments, so that's my bad. I don't look at my comments. But he said he quit already and started driving for Swift. Now, like I said, if you're not into looking at numbers, metrics, and trying to stretch profit margins, then yeah, Swift probably is a better move as a company driver. But I can tell you 1,000% sure, and I'll put my life on it, Swift does not have a good lease program like WFX does. Not even close. Or WFX and RTWL. Not even close, bro. Because I was at Swift 2 years ago, and the lease program was like $1,200 a month. I know, $1,200 a week. I'm sorry, not a month, a week. I said absolutely not. As a business person, I'm like, absolutely not. I will not be paying $1,200 a week. Those are rental prices. I came to find out renting a Ryder truck is $1,200 a week. So it's like you're renting. It ain't like you're leasing to own, because a leasing to own, you get a better deal, right? But no, they're treating it like it's rental. And plus, Swift has a lot of questionable practices on how they do business with their lease owner operators. At Swift, you might as well be a company guy. You might as well. Make sure you get a lot of miles and just stack up your money to buy your own truck. Because like I said in the previous video, part one of this is that trucking prices are coming down. The tractor, I call them road tractors. The road tractor prices are coming down. You know what I'm saying? So you want to wait to the end of this year, early next year, and the prices will be a lot more favorable. Like for me, I want to get a day cab. Right now, in the truck paper, they got the day cab right now in Texas. I think it's like a 2015, going for I think it was $16,000. If I had the money right now, it wouldn't. I gotta have free capital, so I can't spend all my capital, right, on trucks. But once we save up and I get my box truck moving and my van moving, which my authority should be 90 days. And then, let me tell you something about TNC Insurance. They're good. They're out of Kingman, Arizona. They'll hook you up. However, they don't have enough personnel in their commercial insurance department. So they actually effed up, because I got that insurance in February, and they said they were gonna tell Progressive to file it. Come to find out, they did not file it, and I had to get on them, and then I had to call Progressive myself and get them to file it, which cost me $30. So I didn't get my authority till March 26th, which is 90 days. Will be next week. It'll be next week. So I just have to wait till next week. And then I'm going to get the box truck on my insurance, which is probably going to be about $500 more. Because I got a $300,000 general liability, $100,000 cargo, and $100,000 liability. And I have comprehension commercial insurance too. So right now that's costing me $500 a month. Now, the Midwest box trucking game, when he started, he said he was paying $1,300 a month. And so that's just a lack of effort on trying to find the best deals. Remember, you got to make these people fight to get your money, man. Don't just give it away. Don't give it away. And your time is actually worth more than cash could ever pay you. Once you start looking at yourself as a walking company, a walking corporation, because your ideas are worth millions. Can you bring your ideas to life? That's the hardest part, bringing your ideas to life. So these are other spiritual skills business skills that you need to have to be successful. You know, and I'm not even stressed out about it because I know, hey, I got to make some phone calls. It's going to take a week to see if I can get I'll have my wife also make phone calls, you know what I'm saying, and search in her circle. So it's all about networking, bro. It's all about networking and doing the things that's best for you and your family. You know what I mean? And having a good mindset, having a positive attitude. Because if you have a shitty attitude, ain't no good thoughts gonna come from having a shitty attitude, man. So you check yourself. You know what I mean? So no corporation is perfect. You know what I'm saying? But you're looking for the best opportunity. WFX was. I took some of that money and I moved it over into buying a cargo van and a box truck. A 26-foot box truck, which we're going to put on the road, not this coming Monday, but the next Monday. So, all depends how you look at it, man. It all depends how you look at it. So I got the drug consortium. I joined OOIDA. I've given 2 of the drivers flaked on me. The brother thought he was going to get rich or get over on me. So he never even started. You know, I just let him go before it even started. But I got another guy who's one of our neighbors he just moved from Nebraska. And so he'll be driving the box truck. Tried to get him in the cargo van, but people want you to be in business for 90 days before you do that. And right now I just can't find my way in before the 26th of June. Wow, which is the master teacher's birthday. I didn't even think about that. Okay, I didn't think about that. Y'all probably don't know who the master teacher is, but he's our spiritual father. So, yeah, so, you know, thinking about all these things, some people will be like, hey, you know, I used to get paid more. I remember the brother from South Carolina, he was kind of pissed. He was like, man, I was getting paid $600 more than this. And I was like, well, think about it. You get the $600 less, but that you're earning that money, but it's just going somewhere else. It's going toward your truck payment. So you're still walking away with $2,000 per week. You know, maybe a little less based on how many miles you get. But if you're in a range, see, I'm getting anywhere from 2,700 miles a week to 3,200. That's my range. And I'm happy with that because my expenses are not astronomical. I don't have a car payment. I don't have a house payment. I got insurance payments though. That's probably my biggest expenses: insurance, food, and not even water. Because when I go home, I haul my own water. You know what I'm saying? We got a 2,500 gallon water tank. We got two 275 IBC totes, and I got a what's that? I think it's a 1,000 gallon underground tank, which I haven't even put in the ground yet, but we got it above ground. You know what I'm saying? And I get water for 40 gallons a quarter. So I don't, my water bill, I don't have a water bill. I don't have electricity bill because I do solar. You know what I mean? And I got a windmill too. So charge controller, battery bank, I did all that. Learned all myself. Had some help installing it. Of course, we always need help. But the setup that we have, we're not spending that much money. Now, you know, so it a lot of things play a factor. But anyway, get used equipment, man. Good used equipment to get in the game. If you're gonna start your MC, start it as cheaply as possible. 300,000 general liability, 100,000 cargo, 100,000, I think, liability and comprehensive. So that's about 100,000. That'll cost you about $400 or $500 a month. If you're paying more than that, you're not finding the best deals. And if you got a deal better than that, please let me know. So do not rent. Do not buy brand new when you're first getting in the game. That's a big no-no. Big no-no. You want to keep your capital. You want to keep your capital, and you want to You want to come in flying at the lowest budget you possibly can to get in the game. That's my best advice. And do not rent either. Don't rent. Rent is like buying a brand new truck. Matter of fact, it's more expensive than buying a brand new van, truck, or tractor truck. So don't do that. Just be a company guy, save up the money and get it. See, I'm able to do that and pay toward this truck. And you could finance this truck at the end of the deal. See, a lot of people don't read the contract. It's actually illegal. Federally, it's illegal for any company to lease you a truck and not let you finance a certain portion of it, or even finance all of it. Right? Because I'm gonna work this truck down to about 50 grand, and then I'm gonna finance the rest of it so I can start going on the load boards. And that's probably like in 2 years. I'll probably do that in 2 years. Right? Doing about 120,000 miles a year, which I think I'm on pace to even do more than that at 60 miles an hour too. So, yeah, because I get paid on dispatch miles, not completed miles. So anyway, I think WFX is a great program. I would recommend it to anyone because you're not gonna find another deal like this. Yeah, you got to sacrifice. You got to put in a couple years of work. While you're doing that, I'm on the road learning. Doing my pre-trips, learning about the DD10 engine. Yesterday, learned a lesson coming out of Arizona up to 17 toward going northbound toward Flagstaff, and it's hot, right? It was at 100 something yesterday. If I go up the mountain at 35 or below, I stay out of the red area on my truck, because I was trying to go as fast as I could at 45 and it was going to the red. I'm like, oh snaps, let me try to go slower, and I went 10 miles an hour slower because I'm maxed out. I'm like at 78,000 pounds on the rig. So I started going 35, even 30, and it started going back. I'm like, okay, well, I just figured something out, because I see the old white guys, old Caucasian guys with the beard. They got the tricks to the game. I see them going up the road sometimes like at 30. I'm like, why are these guys going so slow? And yesterday I just found out why they go so slow. It saves the engine, saves the overheating on the engine. I know a lot of you guys want to go fast, but the vets, they'll tell you, go slow, man. You're gonna get there. And if you're gonna get there after the regular, just call them back up and reschedule. Hey, I'll be in there the first thing in the morning. But your asset is your biggest thing, your tractor, and getting there efficiently and making the most money on each trip. That's how you stay in the game. And get your fuel surcharge. If you can get it, because that's gonna be the difference between you staying in business and staying out. Fuel surcharge. And WFX will give you a fuel surcharge. And then you got to think about, my plan is, because I'm going to get this tractor. That's it. I'm hungry. I'm going to get this tractor. So when I get it, how can I maintain the fuel surcharge on another contract? Or how do you get fuel surcharges? How are they negotiated? That's the next thing on my mind. So, because the mechanic already showed me, this is a good thing about going to WFX. You can ask the mechanic questions, right? About how do you install the filters, the cabin air filters. See, I know how to do that already. One of the brothers showed me down at the yard at OKC. So there's little things you could do to save money. And plus, they do it for not for free. I pay for a repair maintenance program, which is 7 cents a mile. So when I get all that done, and take advantage, go by there all the time. Hey, change my oil, shit. I don't care if it's not 60, that change it. I'm paying towards the program, change my oil. Every 20,000 miles, change my shit. You know what I mean? So after I come back from New Jersey, I actually need to take a 10 at the house. I live in Arizona, so I'll be going back. I'm gonna ask, and they'll route you anywhere you want to go, for the most part, except on holidays and stuff. But they'll route me back toward OKC. I get my stuff done there. I'll have a load going toward Arizona, maybe Phoenix, and I'll stop by the crib. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna get it if you don't ask for it. You know, if you don't knock on the door ain't gonna open. They ain't gonna open the door. They ain't gonna know you're there. So you gotta let them know you're there. So you gotta use this mouthpiece and this to get what you need. But you gotta learn how to use this. A lot of people don't know how to use it. And so they ended up losing it, right? They end up bitching and complaining, which some situations you should bitch and complain because you ain't getting what you need to do your job. Yeah, but when it comes to running a business, it's all up to you, man. It's all up to you. So anyway, I'm about to sign off. I hope everybody's having a beautiful weekend. What is this, June 18th? So I hope everybody's staying cool. You know, a lot of the country is blazing hot right now. So stay cool. I don't know if I could get this thing. Hold on, y'all. I want to show y'all. If you don't have an APU unit, I got this thing. You put ice in it and it blows. It's called Arctic Air. I bought it for $40. And a couple times in Phoenix, I had to use it because I was stopped at a shipper and I didn't want to keep idling because idling kills your engine life and it burns gas, man. It burns gas. Like each hour that you idle, you lose a gallon of gas. I mean, this thing has an automatic thermostat. I don't have an APU in this unit. I don't have an APU on this unit, but it does have a start stop kind of based on the temperature that you set it at, and it idles really low. So it's optimized idle to cool the cabin, but you don't want to idle at all. So what I'll do is I got this electric cooler here, and I got a fridge in here. But the things I want to grab when I'm driving, I got it all up in here. So when I want to cool the cabin and I have to stop at a shipper, you know, and I don't want to idle, I'll just put it right on me. I'll hook it up. I got it plugged in. I'll hook it up to the inverter. You know, because I got ice cubes in my refrigerator there, and I will put it on me, and I'll stay cool, man. And I'll use that in combination with the optimized idle, so I don't even have to run the optimized idle that much. You know what I mean? And plus, I got the window screens for this truck. You know what I mean? So when it's cool air coming in, it's around 80 or 90 during the day, and it might drop to like 70 or something at night. I'll use that too to keep it cool in here. So there's certain things you could do, you know, to keep the cost down. You know, because you don't just want to keep. I mean, company guys can do that. Company guys can just run the engine if their company allows it. You know, if their company allows it, they will, you know, let you. Like when I was with Swift, they let me just run it. You know what I mean? I ran the optimized idle because I had a 2020 Freightliner, like the same truck I'm sitting in now. I had the same one with Swift, and so they didn't say anything. I had to they just let me run it. They didn't say anything. So, but I was using optimized idle. I wasn't just running it constantly. So anyway, there's some tips and tricks to the trade, and you know, if you're thinking about coming into business, I think getting a box truck, you could drive this and hire a contractor to drive the box truck, and you'll be making money. Yeah, so I've yet to hit that. I'm extremely close, but I've yet to hit that. So, and if you're thinking about starting your own authority, I would start it now and just put like your personal vehicle. If you got a truck, just put your truck under the authority. You know, you just want it to age, so when you're really ready to do work, you're ready to go. The people are going to look and be like, oh, okay, your authority is 90 days. You're good to go. That's all they're looking for. And you got to have maintenance records, DVI. But you do need to do that for your first 18-month audit. So there's a lot of things. But if you take one thing at a time, you get 18 months or just a year before they audit you. They just want to make sure your books are in order. if you hired anybody, that the results of the drug test, that you're registered with the FMCSA clearinghouse, which I am, and just want to make sure the administrative steps are taken. So if you're not good with paperwork, you don't have anybody to help you with the paperwork, I would not get started in this business. See, I'm used to all that because I was in computers and IT and dealt with a lot of paperwork and dealt with government contractors who didn't know anything. So the government out there spending your money, they don't care about it, But anyway, I'm signing off for real this time. This is Brother Mahuta with Amun Logistics, trying to bring you the best information that I can. And have a blessed day. Peace and love. Wadu.